AJ Fury, he's hopeful of a UK fight.
Honestly.
What a bit of positivity from Mr. Arum, saying that it could happen in the UK.
Maybe I'm just too honest. Like, let me tell you this. Do you honestly think that Bob Arum would do the fight in the UK for half the money that was available elsewhere? Honestly, ask yourself that question. I mean, I've never heard so much boxing all my life. Yeah, let's do it in the UK. The UK deserves it, man. And, you know, like, I don't see a problem making this fight. No problem at all. I mean, it's been absolutely smooth as you like, hasn't it? You know, I mean, I don't even think he's intentionally lying. I just think it's just waffle. I'll tell you what, you know, like, when the money comes through, what I'll do is I'll say, Bob, I saw your quote where you said you really want this fight. So as long as your man is ready to take half the money, you good with that, yeah? And that means half of your commission. You good with that, yeah? We'll see.
But
that fight's not even worth discussing at the moment. So they had their chance to make that fight. They never had any interest or intention of making that fight. And now they want to talk about that fight to help build Fury against Wilder, which is flat as a pancake, right?
What's good, family? So smash the like button and subscribe. So we just heard there from Eddie Hearn airing out Bob senile Arum. No, in fact, Taylor, he ain't senile. He crafty, or he think he crafty. Yeah, we got all the MTK shillers, the Bob Arum shillers. Wheeled out, Coogie Bear, top Tyson Scary shill, wheeled out. Bob, I'm not even sure it's Bob, to be fair. I'm pretty sure MTK told Coogan, yeah, Coogan, go and tell Eddie Hearn that we want the fight in the UK and all that. These guys know, MTK, Fury, Bob Arum, they all know kind of how to pull at your heartstrings as such. They know how to do it. Same as when Tyson Fury got caught lying about C19, yeah? What did he do? Oh, I wanted to fight AJ. Oh, I was going to fight him as well. Oh, I was going to fight Deontay Wilder and then AJ in December. That's what he said, 100%. He gets caught lying about C19 and pulling out, and then in his rebuttal, he talks about, oh, I wanted to fill Wilder in on July 24th, and I was begging to fill AJ in December. What? You pulled out of the AJ fight. You just pulled out of the Wilder fight. But by the way, the reason I bring it up is to say that when you pulled out of the AJ fight initially and made the Wilder fight for July 24th, initially, Eddie Hearn said, alright, you pulled out of this fight, you've mugged us off for 6 months, but shall we put a preliminary kind of binding contract in that says, not a binding contract, but yeah, shall we sign something based on the eventuality that we both win for December, kind of thing? There's nothing stopping that. A contract's a contract. There's nothing stopping, or there was nothing stopping, Fury signing something in December back in May. Even when the initial fight fell through, the immediate fight, Eddie Hearn, it's not like it was up in the air. Eddie Hearn actually said, okay, we've lost this one, but do you want to lock it down for December still? Do you want some certainty? Oh! In fact, tell a lie, he didn't even reply. Eddie Hearn ended up saying, well, we haven't heard back from them. They've gone missing. And then I think maybe someone dared to ask Fury, what happened to the... Eddie Hearn wants to know what happened with his December thing since you gone missing. And Fury said, oh, don't hear Wilder. I need to focus. Oh, July 24th. July 24th. You pulled out for that one, mate. What do you mean you need to focus? Oops. Yeah? You're goofy. And now, the team have got the audacity. Do they think, again, I know what they think they're doing. They think they're pulling on the fans' heartstrings. This, for me, is the most egregious one, because it's not only baiting us with the AJ and Fury fight in general, it's the ultimate. Oh, AJ and Fury in Britain. So yeah, we want to give you that. You didn't even want to give us the fight at all. Never mind in Britain, but this shows you how they don't know no bounds. They know they're going through it right now. They know Tyson Fury's reputation's in the stinker. So what do? They double down. I know what we'll do. Let's mention AJ versus Fury in Britain. We don't care about the money. We don't care about nothing else. We want it for the fans. All of a sudden. Get serious, Bob. You muppet. What's wrong with these guys? And what for me, it's the fact that dopey fans, no doubt, will be on at Eddie. Oh, Eddie, why won't you do it now? Oh, Eddie, why won't you do it in the UK? Oh, all that kind of stuff. Goofy Fury fans. Oh, yeah, Fury's a lad, yeah. It's AJ Greedy and Eddie Greedy. AJ Greedy, Eddie Greedy. How about Onni? Yeah? How about wanting to fight Onni? About Greedy. AJ Eddie wanting to fight Onni. I'll take the fight Onni than Noni. How about that? Greedy and On is better than whatever you want to call whatever Fury does, because I don't know what he does. He stay doing nada. About Greedy. About whatever else you want to talk about. Saudi. Yeah? He never come into Britain anyway. That's the worst thing about it. Bob Arum and Team Fury and MTK just want to play with the fans, essentially. Always abusing the fans in some way or the other. Whether it's lying about the event, to build, like Eddie Hearn said, to build clout for your dead event in October 9th or whenever it is. Whether it's just genuinely trying to look like trying to gain some reputation points. That's another thing. That's another angle here. For me, it's more to do with the reputation points again. He always does this every time. Whenever his reputation's down, I know what, throw the fans the AJ fight. And now, because we all kind of have accepted it's in Saudi, they throw, oh yeah, I know how to get one up on AJ. Yeah, let's tell him we want it in Britain now, we want it there. Get serious, Bob. This would have been believable, yeah? 6-7 months ago, when negotiations first started. Now, you ain't got no reputation left. Because when the fight initially fell through, yeah? In fact, scrap that. For the last 6 months, where was all this then? Where was all the videos of you coming out saying we want it in Britain? Oops, you couldn't even reply. In fact, tell I, you was replying, and you were saying, you weren't saying that, but you were saying, C19, and it's not on. Every week, Eddie Hearn was trying. You were saying it weren't on, or there was something wrong with it. Even though you brought nothing to the table, so God knows how you knew that there was nothing. You know what I'm saying? But now, conveniently, you've both got other fights, and the fight's nowhere near being done, and Eddie Hearn ain't interested in talking to you now. Now you want to drop the Britain in there. Now you want to... Isn't that magical? Because like I said, immediately after the AJ fight fell through, never mind Britain, when Eddie Hearn was coming to you saying, shall we book it for December despite this Wilder fight, you was missing. But now you want us to believe, you want to really vouch for Britain. This is, again, what frustrates me, the fact that for that to come out of his mouth, it's not because he's old. Some people say it's because he's old and senile. Well, he old, that's for sure. But I don't believe it's too strategic. This smells like an MTK script to me. And if it wasn't for the YB, yeah, many dons would have just believed it. Oh yeah, Bob. In fact, I've seen it before. For how many years have we seen it? Bob says something and everyone gets on Eddie about it. See it every time, more or less. Every time. It's madness. If it wasn't for the YB coming along, you man would have got away with it as well. Well, you thought you got away with it. Oh, yeah, Britain, yeah. I swear, I won't even mind you, but I swear down, I've actually seen it. I've actually seen people talk about AJ being greedy and Fury's a lad. Fury's never fought in the UK. Seriously, I swear down. Mr. Man of the People has legit never had a big fight in the UK. Never. In fact, he says, the US is more my home. But still, people talk about AJ being the businessman and whatever else. Fury's the lad and whatever. And this is how much he respects you. He mugs off your July 24th date. He mugs off the AJ fight full stop. And now, they want to throw you the... They want to throw you the stuff they couldn't ever negotiate seriously. Or in reality. And they want us to believe that Team Fury seriously want to do this fight in the UK. Or better yet, seriously want to do this fight at all. And that's what's got me uptight today. For them words to come out of his mouth, well, it must be one or the other. Either number one, he is seriously mentally compromised, and he's seriously going through it with his health, which is a possibility. He is 1,000,000 years old. So if that is the case, fair enough. Obviously, he can't help it, but if it's not, what's going through his mind? What conversations and with whom have they had for that to come out of his mouth? Yeah, the fight's going to happen with AJ and we want it in the UK. Think about that. Think about the strategic conversation they would have had. The only the only place that's come from is from a place of trying to mug the fans off emotionally. Oh wow, well Fury's reputation is down bad, super bad right now. Yeah, well, I'll tell you what we got. We haven't talked about the AJ fight in a while because we've ignored all of Eddie's emails for 6 months. I know what, it's about time we throw that back out there now. Because seriously, yeah, in the last 6 months, how many times have we heard Bob Arum and Team Fury talk about the AJ fight seriously? Or positively? We haven't seen it. That's the facts, we haven't. Never once. Apart from that 2-day period that Fury put videos out chanting about, oh, the AJ fight's on. Before the rug was pulled 2 days later. So genuinely, that Bob Arum statement was the first time in a year that we've heard them be positive about it. And that's what I'm trying to tell you, man. They save this to emotionally manipulate people. 100% in my opinion, 100%. They sit on it. Yeah, let's cash that one in. We haven't talked about the AJ fight being in the always better yet. We haven't talked about the AJ fight positively full stop. And better yet, we'll double whammy them. Because we'll push the Britain thing. And that's what Eddie Hearn says. Are these guys serious? Like, what planet are these men on? They're on a muggy planet. That's what it is. It's all business. It's all muggy. All business and all muggy. Because what we do know is, yeah, if this AJ fight does happen against Fury, which I don't think it will, but if it does, you can bet your bottom dollar that video from Bob will be the first and last time anyone talks about it being in Britain. So you've got to ask yourself now, if he won't mention Britain again, what was the purpose of mentioning it? If that makes sense. If they do negotiate in September, for example, whenever, and Britain's not even on the cards, you've got to ask yourself, what was Team Fury doing in July, throwing it out there? Oops. That there is proof. It's a pure psyop. A pure script to manipulate the fans. That's what it is. I mean, I'm sure people will say, oh, IB, it's not, why are you going extra for? It's not all that serious. Well, it is. Because, guess what? It's been a year, and we haven't had none of these big fights. None of them. Not even the Wilder one yet. So it is a big deal. Because in my mind, where I come from, if you ain't got nothing honest and good to say, just don't say it. And keep your mouth shut. If you've got no intention of fighting AJ, keep your mouth shut and stay missing. Where Fury's gone wrong is, he says he wants to do something, and then does the opposite. If you don't want to fight Wilder, if you don't want to fight AJ, give your belt up and retire. Or, make it clear, and give the WBC, and obviously MTK, give them an opportunity to do what they want to do. Come out and say, listen guys, truth is, AJ, Dillian White, Wilder, got no intention of fighting you. I just want to be WBC champion and fight bumps. MTK have got WBC on the payroll, so they ain't going to pressure me to fight no one decent. And that's already, frankly, that's just the situation we're in now. Everyone needs to move on. The WBC's in the back pocket, and that is what it is. You man ain't getting the look in. That's what should happen right now. That's it. Everyone then can work with that. You get mugged, but at least everyone will know what we already know. Because that's the worst thing about it. You ain't slick anyway. Everyone knows it anyway. Well, everyone who's got any IQ and have tuned into the YB, they know it anyway. You've been got. Yeah? You thought for a minute you was getting away with it. You know what I'm saying? You'd wheeled out Tyrone Booth, you'd wheeled all the Shillers out. Yeah? Coogan, Shillius, you'd wheeled them all out. Ben Shillervidson. You was doing well. And then the YB came around, like a wrecking ball. No doubt. Now it's wide open. It just looks desperate as well, it's embarrassing. I remember the days here where you'd hear interviews and it actually carried some weight. Do you understand? Wow, yeah, Bob Arum is a serious promoter kind of thing. Now it's just a joke, isn't it? All they say is for effect and manipulation. Nothing's to be serious anymore, is it? You can never say, well, yeah, that's... Seriously, there's a chance that AJ fight's going to be in it. Think about it. That's how the world's supposed to work. He says he wants to fight in UK, and at that point, it's supposed to actually mean, well, man, chances are the fight's going to be in the UK then, isn't it? That's how, in my mind, if I say something like that, that's the chances are that's what's going to happen. Unless there's some unforeseen circumstance. But when you know that and understand that, and you take a step back and think, he knows that's not what he's, isn't it? He knows that 100% in what the case is, but yet he came out of his mouth anyway. I don't know, maybe like I said, I'm sure people are thinking, oh, YB, you're going too long on this one, but I don't know. It just rubbed me the wrong way when people just lie like that, and they think we're thick to soak it all up. In a way, I wish we could troll Bob Arum, yeah, and I wish I could get all the fans together, yeah, and kind of just rub Bob Arum off. Oh yeah, Bob, yeah, you're right. Yeah, let's do it in the UK. In fact, that's what we should do. Right now, all the fans, yeah, should get behind AJ versus Fury in the UK. Because to be fair, honestly, it's the best idea. I think the first one, at least, if you want to make loads of money on the rematch, go for it. But I think the first one, honestly, personally speaking, I think they owe it to the fans. Me personally. I personally think every fight, like think of all the money fights there are. AJ versus Wilder. Okay, that's going to be in the US anyway, but for how many times do we have the two best heavyweights in the world are from Britain? We don't. Probably 100 years. So on that basis, I think, historically speaking, they owe it to the fans to do the first one in the UK. For the rematch, if you want to go to wherever, go do it. But I think the first fight, there's no harm. It's not going to kill no one to earn only 50 million each rather than 80 or whatever it is. You know what I'm saying? That's my opinion. Now I understand the business, but I'm just saying it wouldn't. I don't personally think it'd hurt anyone to do that in the UK. Because what I struggle with is the fact that we're all good enough on the way up, innit? Everyone wants to be in the UK on the way up, innit? Ain't no one flying out to Saudi when don't no one know you. But after the UK fans have built people, then they want to swan around going to Saudi. Well, where was Saudi when? Innit? Where was Saudi when you were in it? But anyway, that's just what it is, that's my opinion. And this is why I feel so passionate about it, because why is Bob Arum playing with the fans like that? We know it's a lie, but the point is, I shouldn't have to know it's a lie. Who does he think he is saying, yeah, let's do it in the UK, which is actually what should be happening kind of thing. Just kind of toying with it. Just shows no respect, man. Especially not after how things have played out recently. So we've just had Lyson Fury mugging the fans off, lying, and now you've got Bob Arum doing some more. He obviously thinks that we believe him. This was supposed to be a PR recovery. Oh yeah, let's put this out there, and that'll get us some good recognition. And it would have done if it weren't for the YB airing him out. No doubt.